If I'm having a hard time really forgiving somebody, even if I've said the prayer and made the choice, God, I choose to forgive this person, I choose to lift this burden up to you, and I'm still struggling, I will ask God to give me understanding about that person. And if I'm really still in a place of hurt and bitterness, my flesh will fight against saying that prayer, because my flesh doesn't want to understand, it just wants to stay mad. But I personally cannot remember a time where I have prayed that prayer and God has not given me understanding, which led me to mercy. And by mercy, I don't mean that I accepted bad behavior or I decided to get close to somebody that has shown me time and time again that they will just hurt me over and over. What I mean is God will give me an interaction with that person, or he will give me understanding or information somehow that will help me understand what led that person to do what they did, at least to a point where I stop believing the lies that the enemy was telling me about myself regarding that person's behavior towards me. And this is really one of the biggest struggles with forgiving people, is putting away the beliefs that what that person did has something to do with our identity. And sometimes we participate in things that leads to certain consequences and people behaving a certain way, but that's really not what I'm talking about in this video. What I'm talking about is when people do things to us that we did not deserve. And in my experience, when I asked God for understanding about that person, God would fill my heart with compassion for them. And a lot of people would be offended by that thought. Like, why should we have compassion for somebody that hurts us? But what happens in the spirit is that compassion is understood in my spirit as compassion towards me as well. So not only am I being released of these chains of unforgiveness and bitterness towards this person and belief that I somehow was deserving of what they did to me, but I'm experiencing God's understanding for why I've done things that I've done, that he's had compassion for me too, that he has mercy for me too. And what a deliverance that is. And if it is possible and healthy to be somebody in that person's life that can shine that light of compassion to them, that is a possibility for them to be delivered from what they're going through as well.